Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. We are currently here in Dubai, as you can see, with the camera misting up. Alright guys, it's currently Wednesday as I'm filming this video, or trying to film it. Yeah, got back to Dubai yesterday morning at 10 AM is when I landed. Was straight into client work in the, well, I got home, dropped my bags off, then went straight to the gym to do an hour of cardio, followed by 25 minutes in the sauna, because I checked my scale weight and I was up like 6 pounds. So you might have seen on the channel, but after the show was over, I had a meal off plan with my family. That was something that I was definitely planning regardless of whether I was doing the next show or not. Because I wasn't eating nothing with my family the whole week, and they obviously made their way down to London, supported my show and everything, so it was only fair that I could at least share that time with them, having a meal together. That being said, I probably took it a little bit too far, and I continued the meals off plan after that. So I had a meal off plan the night of my show. Woke up the next morning, obviously I had a normal breakfast, but then I went out with my mum and my sister for like a pub lunch. Had that, and I was having desserts, guys, every time, like ×2 with the meals, and the desserts are not small, they're like 500 calories, most of them. So I'd have like 2 desserts with every meal off plan that I had. Then after that I went to the gym, then went to the airport, and I could have just had my normal oats and a whey protein shake. I had it on me at the time, but what did I do, guys? I went to Costa and I got like a sausage sandwich, bacon sandwich, then I had some cakes, and it was just bad, like, because I'm gonna get onto in the video now, it's hurting me now, right? And this is the thing about fat loss, guys. There's no free lunch, right? You can eat whatever you want. Yeah, your scale weight didn't rise too much, but whatever your scale weight did rise to, it's probably body fat, guys. All right, some excess water there, but to burn like a pound of body fat off in a week takes like 3,500 calories, right? 500 calorie deficit per day. To burn off 500 calories in a day, I mean, it's like an hour of cardio, right? So it's going to fatigue the body. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult to pull that off, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. So yeah, then I had the plane food when I was on the plane, even more food again, and then when I got to the airport I had my oats that I already had with me, so more food again. But we managed to pull off around 3 pounds overnight from yesterday. So when I arrived back in Dubai, I was 164.7. Just to put into context, guys, the lowest body weight on this prep on the lead up to the first show was 157 pounds, I believe I had on record, or 158. So we're up quite a lot of weight. But now this morning I'm back down to 161 as I'm walking to the gym now. Yeah, 161 I'm back down to, which is nice. I feel like I won't get a massive drop again. I had that big drop obviously overnight yesterday. Now it's probably just body fat that I have to lose, but we'll see. Obviously today I'm gonna do a low day. Yesterday I kind of did a low day, depends on how you look at it. Obviously I flew in overnight in the morning, but what I actually run yesterday was like 80 grams of carbs. I started tracking my food again, as I wasn't really tracking it while I was like the last 2 days. So we're gonna run another low day today. I'm just heading to the gym. Like I said, the sun is shining here in Dubai as always. Weather is relatively nice, it's around 33 degrees, still a little bit hot, but it'll just get colder from here, guys. So it's definitely a real good time to get back to Dubai, to be in Dubai. So I'm feeling good being back. I did really enjoy my time over in the UK, which surprised me a lot actually, because in recent years whenever I've gone back I haven't really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the time with my family. The show went as well as I expected it to go, really. It's funny, like, a lot of people, obviously all my clients are asking me now, being back, how did the show go? Because they're obviously interested by it. They've heard me talk about it a lot, I'm sure, in their sessions. Not that I'm like always talking about it, guys. My main focus is my clients and their training, but obviously it's a big part of my life, so we do, and it's interesting, right? So we do talk about it from time to time. And yeah, it's a difficult one, because it's like I always say about bodybuilding, there'll be, I don't know, 50 competitors on the day, only like 1 or 2 winners, right? It's the hardest sport, really, and like every single person, they've all done the hard work, they've all done 3-4 months of dieting, all the cardio, and you're still not winning. So it kind of like, but I've never won a bodybuilding show, guys, so wait there, I'm just gonna sign into the gym and then get on the cardio machine. We're just here at UFC gym. See, this gym was not busy before I left, now it's ram out. And the same for the other gyms. I was with my clients yesterday in the evening. Like I said, when I got to Dubai, I was straight back into work. So I had a rest day from the gym myself yesterday, but I had three clients PM. I had a good sleep overnight yesterday. I feel like I just passed out straight away. I slept like a dream. So that was good. Definitely caught up on some sleep that I've missed over the last few days. So we're just about to do some cardio now, and I'll just keep talking and hopefully make the cardio go a little bit faster. Today's video, guys, just gonna be me giving you an insight. I'm not gonna film any training, I'm not gonna film anything regarding that. I'm just literally gonna talk to you. So it's a bit of a boring one, but I'm just gonna give you a rundown of where we're at and what the plans are going forward. So we got level 6 on this Stairmaster. We're gonna do this for potentially, let's see how we go. I don't want to say an hour. I did an hour yesterday. I don't want to fatigue the body too much, see, and we are training today, and I'm fasted at the moment as well. So let's see what I decide on this now, but we're gonna do at least around about 30 minutes. That's at least guaranteed, potentially longer. So yeah, as I was saying, right there, they're gonna talk on the tannoy. Maybe not. So yeah, as I was saying, a lot of people asking about my show, people in the gym, people online, you know, my clients. And I kind of thought about my response before coming back to Dubai. Like after the show was done, I was talking to my mum about it. Like I was like, kind of, what do I say? The best response I've been saying to people, which is the truth, it's not a lie, is yeah, show went well. I improved on last time, because I definitely did that. And then when they start, a lot of people, they start going, oh, where'd you place? And it's like, me trying to explain this to people who don't know about bodybuilding is just pointless. Like, if you try to explain how bodybuilding works or how did you place, it's just a headache. So I don't really try to delve into that. If some of my clients who know about bodybuilding and they're experienced about it, or they know how it works, like, of course I will go into it a bit more detail, because I feel like it can actually help them also. But people online or people who don't know about this, trying to explain them, or if you tell them you got 4th place, for example, they'll be like, oh, you're terrible, you're bad. It's like, what they don't realize, or like if I say I got 6th place in my bodybuilding pro show, they're like, oh, unlucky, mate, like, that's bad, better luck next time or something, right? It's just like, what you don't realize is, like, that guy who finished 1st, so only like 4 placings above me or 5 placings above me, he's like 1 in a billion genetics for a natural bodybuilder, right? He is like Ronnie Coleman for naturals, basically. If he was jumping on gear, he'd be on the Olympia stage. But these individuals, and these people who I'm talking about, these are people who are bodybuilders, guys. These are people who have been, they're not pro bodybuilders. They maybe done 1 or 2 shows, right? So they think they know what they're talking about bodybuilding. They have no idea. Until you stand next to these guys on stage, or you're in the mix around these guys. And I put myself into this category, by the way. When they see you with a t-shirt on, they don't know what you look like. When I'm on stage, like, I look decent, like I look like a bodybuilder, right? maybe an average bodybuilder, but I still look crazy compared to the average person who competes in bodybuilding shows, maybe does their first one, or to the average person just in the gym walking around. Like, I look impressive compared to them people. But like I said, when you're comparing with the best of the best and you tell someone you got a place in a 4th, they're just going to look at it in a negative way. When I actually don't look at it in a negative way. I know I probably sound like, when I come across in these videos and my show day stuff when I filmed in the UK, that I was quite negative about stuff. But I'm actually not. Like, it is what it is. What did I expect going into this show? I mean, before the show was happening, I was pretty negative about it. I was, because I knew what I was going into. Even without me going into it, it's just my experience and knowledge. I follow the sport. I follow a lot of guys that are in the UK. So I knew this was their main show of the year for a lot of these competitors. This was a big show. So I wasn't going over there thinking, ooh, classic division, it's an amateur class, it's going to be easy, I'm a pro bodybuilder, I'm going to walk into this and get first. I was not doing that. If you watch my previous videos, you will see about, like, I was very grounded. I always am. And I've said to people, whenever I've gone into a bodybuilding show, I've pretty much got the outcome that I expected, around about a few placings, give or take, right? So I might think that I'll get 3rd, I might get 4th, I might think I'll get 3rd and I'll get 2nd, right? It's usually around that case. So going into this show, I kind of, someone sending me messages on my phone a minute, and yeah, going into this show, I kind of expected. So in classic, for example, there was 13 competitors and I took 4th place and a medal, guys, right? I was actually surprised. So they called out 5th place, and I was thinking, oh, I probably didn't make top 5. That was what was going through my head. Because they called out 4th place, which was me, and I was happy. If you watch the back of the video, I celebrated. I think I went yes or something like that, right? It was like, I've never won a bodybuilding show, guys. So my goal going into pretty much every show is, I always say, I want to be in the mix. Like, I want to be there or thereabouts, right? And every single amateur show that I've ever done, I've been there or thereabouts. I've always been in the mix, and there was no difference this time. Arguably, the guy who won Classic was insane, 21 years of age, like, crazy physique. And I could never compete with this guy. Like, the amount of muscle mass he's got at 21, I mean, I look like a 12-year-old boy at 21, even after training for 3 years. This guy, he's just like built, like I could train for the next 50 years, right? And I will never come close to this guy. Why? Because of my genetics. And I hate to say use the genetic card, guys, but it literally is a thing. Like, my body weight on stage is 71 kg. This guy, who's 21, he must have been around about 80 kg mark, right, at 21. And there's no level of training, nutrition, that's gonna fix that. Like, I'm on everything for my training. Let's say my training methods and techniques weren't the best. I think they are one of the best out there. But let's say they weren't. It still shouldn't be that much of discrepancy based on the age, right? And it was again in the bodybuilding pro class. The guy that finished 2nd, his body weight was like 85 kg, and he's like 25 years of age. It's just insane, guys. Like, and this is what you're going up against in bodybuilding. It does, don't get me wrong, like, as much as I expect it every single time, it does start to get to me a little bit, that side of it. But if I was only doing bodybuilding for winning a trophy, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, right? So after I finished the classic class, I went back home, which you would have seen on the channel. I was talking to my dad about this. I was like, there's only 6 of us. There was actually 7 in the pro show because one guy won his pro card on the day, which he also competed. But I was saying to my dad, there's only 6 of us, right? So I was like, I know the standard's going to be high. I knew one guy that was competing. I didn't know the other guys, but I was like, it's still going to be high standard. They're all pro bodybuilders, right? But I was like, I got a 50-50 chance of making top 3. If I can make top 3, I'll be happy with that. I'll be ecstatic, right? And then we ended up taking, like, I believe I took 6th place. I didn't get the placings, guys, but we were outside the top 5, and the top 5 got announced, I believe. I think they did. So we just made it outside top 5, which again was similar placing I've got. My pro debut, first pro show in Worlds, I got 10th place out of 16 guys. My second pro show in Dubai last year, I got last place, 10th out of 10 guys, right? So this show is again the same, knocking around about the same position in terms of the pro class. Hence why I wanted to do classic this show. I wanted to try a new division out to see if this suited me more. It's why I want to do men's physique as well, because I want to try a new division out. Not because it's going to be easy, because it's amateurs. Some of these amateur guys are like basically pro bodybuilders, you know. They just haven't won the pro card yet for whatever reason. So it is what it is, guys. This is why I went into boxing, because boxing, I feel like with my effort, with my determination, consistency, work ethic, all the rest of it, I stand a better chance of doing well in that sport other than bodybuilding. Because as much as I can be on it with everything, you're up against genetics, guys. And like, the positives to take out of the show, because I don't want this to be negative. Positives were having my family there, like I can picture in my head now, like just looking, my mum and my auntie were like right at behind the judges, and they were shouting, cheering for me, screaming. I was looking at them, they were helping me with my posing, and they never, I mean, my auntie's seen one of my shows, my mum's watched online once before, but they don't know what bodybuilding was, guys, and they were enjoying themselves watching. They love to see me up there, like, you know, doing well on stage. That, and then I looked to the left, and my dad was like a few rows behind them, filming on this camera, and I could see he was smiling, like. And then I looked to the right, and my sister and my niece were like on the side, and they were like quite high up, because they had the level seats here, and they had seats on the side. And I like crossed my eyes, like I looked at my mum, my auntie, and then as I'm in the pose, like, and then I looked to the right, because I could hear shouting, "Go on, Lewis," like all this. And I looked at my sister and my niece, who's 9, just shouting for me. And I honestly, guys, like, hands down, this was my favorite bodybuilding show of my whole career. I've been competing now for over 5 years. This was my 8th bodybuilding show, and this was by far the best one that I've ever done. Maybe in terms of physique, I still need to get the professional photos. I've had a look at a few videos my family sent me. I haven't even checked the footage on this camera yet, so I need to put all that together. It's probably going to be delayed, guys, with the videos coming out, and I haven't even been posting much on Instagram. Once I get all the quality footage, then I'll start drip feeding, posting stuff out and talking more about it. But that picture in my head of my family being there, that will live with me forever, that will. Because like, my mum and dad's getting old now, right? I hadn't been back to the UK in 3 years. Like, they're starting to get on now. They're coming into issues with their body and stuff. And I mean, they're old, like they haven't got long left on this earth even, you know? So it's like, for me to have that moment, I'll remember that, like I said, for the rest of my life. And it was just amazing. Even when I think about it now, I'm like, it was so, so good. It didn't really sink in until I come back to Dubai and I started thinking about it. And it's just precious, them moments, guys, them memories. So obviously I woke up today. I'm trying to pull my weight back down just to give me in contention for a chance to compete at WNBF UAE show, which is on Sunday. I thought it was Saturday, so it actually gives me one extra day to prepare, which is good. I've messaged the organisers I'm friends with, so they've let me know that for pro bodybuilders we can actually do what's called like a late registration, so I can book in the show later on, which I said is perfect. Gives me more time to see where my physique's at. I think my cut-off is Friday now, which I thought it was actually going to be today, Wednesday. So I've got an extra 2 days, guys, to see where we're at. And I'm doing the work. I'm just going to do a ton of cardio every day. Yes, the look is going to be fatigued. I'm probably going to have a flat look. I'm not going to have a full carbohydrate loading into this show. If I do it, it's going to be a case of a bump up in food, bump up in carbs right before. But I was talking to my dad, like I mentioned, and I said if I get like outside the top 5 in this pro show in the evening, I said potentially it'll be my last ever bodybuilding show. And he was like, oh Sen, you say this all the time, you're like, every show's the same, you know, negative and this and that, and you always go back to competing again. And I was saying to him, yeah, you're right, like, but I said this is how I'm feeling right now, it may change later. And then I said if I get top 3, then it's like, okay, you're good, you stand a good chance, you're in the mix again, like definitely compete again. Even though I got 6th place, guys, like I'm used to losing. Like this feeling, I've lost, like, it seems at this stage, it seems like I've lost majority of my life, guys. I don't want to get too deep here, but like, I'm used to losing. I'm used to losing and getting back up and fighting on. That is in my like CV, let's say, right? So this is not a new feeling for me. If anything, if I win a show, that will be a new feeling for me. So for me, it doesn't change anything, guys. And it's like, why am I doing this whole journey, this whole bodybuilding thing? Well, it's 2 reasons. Like, it's one, there's no quit. Like, I'm not quitting at things. I'm gonna keep going until I achieve what I want to achieve, right? And even if I don't, let's say I do bodybuilding for the next 50 years of my life and I don't ever win a show, so be it. At least I can die and be like, well, at least I tried. I pushed my genetics to the limit, to the max. Like, there was nothing more I could have done. You know what I mean? Rather than throwing in the towel, turn into alcohol, turn into other vices in your life. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep focused. I'm going to keep pushing. Whether it's boxing that I go into next, whether it's another bodybuilding show, whether it's just living my life a healthy way, right? But that's not going to be enough for me. I need something. I need like a competition. I need something bigger to strive for. But even just waking up today, knowing I'm back, my body weight's back down, I'm focusing on my diet again, I feel better. And that's what it's about, guys. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to eat rubbish, like eating bad food, gaining body fat. I want to be in shape. I want to be operating at my best, highest level, both in terms of mental capacity and physical capacity. And that's what we're striving for. That's what we're doing. I said this bodybuilding prep was to get my body weight down, ready for when I go into a boxing show, which is what I still plan on doing. I'm definitely going to fight at least once in a white collar event or something like that. So that's what we need to do. We need to get this weight back down, keep the focus, keep moving forward, and let's see what happens, guys. But I enjoyed every bit of that last show. Like I said, if I didn't have my family there, it would have been maybe slightly different, but in a bad way. So I'm very grateful that they came. I was very happy to go over to the UK, and now it's on to the next one, guys. Initially, I had a rough plan in my head. I was like, I will do Dubai show, I will do Taiwan show, I will do Malaysia show, and go over to America and do Worlds at the end of the year. I've got tons of time to like the Taiwan and Malaysia shows. I believe they're in October next month, so I got time to get better for them shows. Then you got the November shows, Malaysia and the Worlds in November. I got loads of time for that. So things are really good. It's just a case of redirecting my steps now and on the vision. And everything that I've talked about here, guys, has been related to bodybuilding. I forgot to mention that my coaching is a huge passion and another huge thing that I want to push going forward. I've been pushing it for years, but I want to continue to push it and grow it. I want to build a better service for my clients. I want to reach new clients, you know, and I want to continue helping others. And yeah, that's just part of it, right? So that's what we're doing now. We got a lot of my clients back in Dubai, so my in-person clients are all back, which is good. Gonna keep me busy, keep my mind off the diet, and give me a break from bodybuilding in a sense. So looking forward to that. And yeah, that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Potentially we're going to be on prep again. What would it be, 3 or 4 days out, guys? But I have no plans yet. I haven't booked the show yet. I haven't got no plans to film content. So for now, this is going to be it, guys, until the next one. Peace out. See, just talked for 20 cardio. So thank you guys for listening to me, because now I've hit 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do here is another 20 minutes. Problem with this machine is stops every time on 20 minutes, so you need to restart it. So today I'm just going to do 40 minutes cardio, back off it a little bit, see what the weight does, then respond from there. See you later, guys. One hour, guys. I'm doing it. No time to waste. Just doing whatever it takes to get. I really want to do this show. I'm gonna make it happen, one way or another. First meal of the day, just about to go down. We got 2 whole eggs, 3 egg whites, 1 coffee, and like I mentioned, green tea. Followed by my total daily subs, which I'll talk to you about, guys. So yeah, what we have: vitamin C, 1000 meg. That's a natural diuretic, as well as the green tea. We got a multivitamin that I got for free when my mum got some whey protein over in the UK. We got omega-3 tablets. I'm taking 4 of these, highly concentrated, once per day. We got GO2 Max. We're taking 2 of these a day. It's going to help with making you younger again, and cardiovascular, and multiple other benefits. Use code Lewis in the description for 15% off. I believe it's 15%, yeah. Had it last time. Supplements. Turkestrone, as you know, we're taking 2 of these per day. This is the Turk Max version. Let me put this camera up here. That'll be better. Alright, guys, and yeah, it's currently Saturday, a week later from the last show. Well, we competed on Sunday, so what's funny, guys, when I was younger, like, I could never take tablets, and my mum and dad, when I was sick, they used to have to like hide the tablets in like toast and stuff, and then sometimes I would not even realize, which was great. But then other times I'd bite down on the tablet, and and then I would realize that my parents were lying to me, and I'd go crazy. Funny times now. I can just like take like 10 of them. Crazy how things change. So yeah, give you a rundown on how the weeks went, because I've not filmed much. I think I filmed when I got back from Dubai initially, and I was undecided on whether I was competing or not. So yeah, I just kept working hard, doing a ton of cardio, at least an hour every single day, around 12k steps, and then I was running about 1,400 calories on average, 80 grams of carbs. It was pretty low, guys, and it literally took me pretty much all the way until this morning to get my weight back down. I've been like around 160, and I was 159.5 this morning. So I'm not planning on drinking much water this morning. I want to drink 5 to 6 litres today. However, I got my weigh-ins now, which I'm obviously going to show you. I'm going at 11 o'clock, it's now 9. So yeah, I've had my meal 1, which is no carbohydrates, just eggs. I'm just going to have the water from these 2, but that shouldn't be a problem. It should actually make me start pissing water out again. And then yeah, we should weigh in pretty light at the show. So decided, when I started seeing my scale weight dropping, and my physique getting slightly better and better each day, I was like, I feel confident, I feel better. Definitely bringing a tighter package for this show versus the previous week. I've decided I'm not going to do like a normal carbohydrate load. It's going to be, I'm going to see how I go, obviously see how the body responds, but I'm planning like to moderately do it, and when I say moderately, I mean even if I wanted to go crazy today and do like 800 grams of carbs, it's still going to be a moderate load, right? Because I'm pretty depleted. I've had 3 big training sessions. I trained as normal this week. I didn't change the training. I didn't do like pump workouts. I just did normal sessions. So my body is pretty taxed. So I believe even if I did do 800 grams of carbs, I'm not going to overspill anyway. That being said, I'm going to try not to do 800 grams of carbs today, because like I said, I want to keep things stable. I like how I'm looking at the moment. I like my look. I posed yesterday after my training session in the gym, and I was really happy. So it's kind of like the look I want to take into the show. Obviously, I'm resting up today. I'm resting tomorrow. Tomorrow is show day, Sunday. So I believe the rest alone, I'm going to back off the steps today. Yesterday I did 8,500, but previously in the week it was like 12,500, like I said. So the decrease in the activity in terms of the stress of the training, also the steps, should freshen up my legs a bit. I've definitely lost a lot of size in my legs, guys. I would say that. Hopefully they come back today and tomorrow with the lack of steps. I do have 3 clients today, back to back, starting just after my weigh-in, so 12, 1:15 and 2:30. So that's not a problem. Obviously I'm not going to be walking around too much in terms of, I'm just in the gym with my clients. As soon as that's done, we'll come home, start eating more food, resting up. And yeah, I decided to do classic again, guys, believe it or not. So I was toying with the idea of men's physique classic. I know there's a lot of like men's physique guys in this region that do this show. I know men's physique is like, it's on a lot of people's mind, as it is everywhere really, but definitely over here. And I just want to try classic again. Like I've said previously on the channel, like I'm a wild card when it comes to men's physique, guys. It wouldn't surprise me if I got last place at a show or if I won my pro card. It wouldn't surprise me either way. Whereas I know pretty much where I'm going into when it comes to classic. I knew I would roughly be in the mix last time, and I was 4th place out of 13 guys. And I expect the same this time. I believe they are giving out 1 pro card for classic, so hopefully we can take that. But yeah, as always guys, as long as I'm in the mix, as long as I'm getting moved around close to that center stage, I'm gonna be somewhat content. Like, I know my genetics limitations, what I'm like capable of and what I'm not capable of, but I definitely believe I'm capable of winning any single pro show out there. Right, not pro show, they're not quite there just yet. Any amateur show that I enter, I'm confident, and I believe if things go the right way and I present my best look in terms of peaking and then presentation on stage, I'm in with a chance of winning a pro card, guys, or winning that class on that day. Definitely, I've always thought that, and to be honest, if I didn't think that, probably wouldn't be competing. That's why the pro shows are a little bit difficult for me, guys, because I don't ever enter a pro show, to be honest, thinking I'm gonna win. This is kind of my mindset with pro shows. I'm going into the show and I'm like, all right, I know I'm gonna be up against some crazy genetic guys that are gonna be 15 kg heavier than me, or even if they're not, they're still gonna be crazy genetically blessed, where they're just super dense. Posing's probably better than mine, conditioning's better. So I'm like, when I go into a pro show, I'm like, all right, if all of them guys are off with their peak, they're stressing about the show, and then I'm presenting my best ever package, and then potentially I'm in with a chance. That's kind of how it goes. And then when I'm backstage, guys, I always see these crazy genetic guys that I'm going up on stage with in the pro ranks, and you're pumping up backstage. I'm pumping up and I'm like, oh yeah, I got a pump on. I'm looking down at myself. I'm like, yo, my shoulders and arms looking good. Yeah, looking lean. Yeah, I'm on point. And then you just like turn to the side and you just see an 85 kg mass monster. And when you start talking to him, you ask his age, and he says he's like 21, 22. And you're like, damn, like, they happened to me in the last show. And I literally said to the guy, mate, like, I could train, I'm like 10 years older than you, and I look nothing like that. And I said I could train for the next 50 years, probably on steroids, and I still wouldn't look like that. And it's just like I look at the bright side of it, guys, and kind of make it out to be more of a joke, and I laugh and I have a laugh and joke with these type of individuals that I'm talking to. But at the back of my head, I'm just like, I also think like this guy has no idea just how good his genetics is, because a lot of the time, like, they're just so blasé about it. Like, yeah, you know. I'm like, how long you been training for, bro? And he's like, about 2-3 years, you know. How long you been competing? This is my first show, or or if we competed like a year. And it's quite funny to see. And like one of the individuals like that I seen from the previous show, he actually got second place. And one thing that really just stood out to me was like we were all like pretty friendly backstage, and after we got off the stage, I think they just awarded the medals. Like the guy who finished first, by the way, Max, like crazy bodybuilder, deserving of the win, like stupidly good, just all well-rounded bodybuilder, like really nice physique. He deserved first place, but the guy who got second, I can't remember his name now, so I won't mention it, but yeah, he was like, oh, I'm not used to losing shows, like I'm not used to coming second, so it's gonna be tough to handle or something like that. And I just thought like that's crazy, but that is the mentality of like elite level pros, guys. Like this is what we're working with. Can you imagine like getting second place at a pro show and being like basically so pissed off about it? Like, and I love to hear that. I love to see that mentality. Like, it's great. That's ultimately, like, take the guy's genetics aside, like, you don't get to the top without that mindset, and I'm sure he's got a ton of work ethic alongside of it, right? So it's like talent plus hard work, you know, genetics plus hard work, because yeah, like I said, that mindset is great. I mean, I have the same mindset. Like, I want to win. I go into amateur shows going thinking I'm gonna win, but like I'm also a realist, guys, and like to beat an 85 kg bodybuilder on stage, it's gonna be very, very difficult. So yeah, there's a fine line between confident and then like being, what's the word, naive, like just stupid, basically. Like you can't expect to be 70 and beating a guy who's 85 and you're both the same conditioning. Anyway, that was just a quick story. Well, it wasn't quick, it was pretty long, about the previous show. Talking of the previous show, I've just been given now my pictures, which I'm going to take a look at my stage. Shall I just show you one when we're here? Yeah, let's see what we're looking like. Let me just click on one. There you are, guys. First view of the pictures. Straight off the back, I would say shots look really good, really quality, the best quality I've probably even seen. And then the second thing I'm noticing is my conditioning is not the greatest. But we're gonna fix that for this next show, guys. And this was, people keep asking me, right? I've been speaking to people all week, clients, friends, everyone. How was the show? How do you look? And I'm like, I don't actually know, guys. Like, they're like, you haven't seen you posting much. I'm like, well, for a start, I'm waiting to get my professional shots back. And yeah, I don't really know how it's looking. All I'm going off is what my family were telling me, the people in the crowd. So my family were saying, oh yeah, son, you looked amazing, well done. And it's like, I can't really take their advice fully, because they know a little bit about bodybuilding now, because obviously they've watched some of my shows and I've told them and taught them, but they don't know everything. They don't know a lot. They're still missing a lot of knowledge, right? Let's say. So I couldn't really go off that. And do you know the other funny thing? A lot of people in Dubai, right, that I know that obviously follow my Instagram, when I've met them in person, they've all been saying like, oh, you look really good at the show, or like some other people have been like, oh, you didn't look the greatest, or you didn't peak right, and it's like, I'm thinking, how do you even know, mate? Like I've literally posted, unless they watched the live stream, which I highly doubt it, because you had to pay for that. But they're literally like, they're telling me and how I looked, when I was like, I don't even know how I looked. So maybe it's like that one picture that I posted on social media and they just took that and run with it. It's just stupid, guys. And this is a perfect example of what I tell my clients is don't listen to people talking online or in person. Don't listen to any of the advice unless it's someone that's highly educated, highly knowledgeable. They've been there and done it. They're a good bodybuilder, because I get a lot of rubbish bodybuilders trying to tell me what to do, how to do things. I'm like, mate, I'm not taking advice from you. Like, there's people in the industry that I do follow that I take advice from, but definitely not from you. Until you've been there and proved yourself on stage and done it, then I'll start listening to you. But yeah, or for example, if the judges are giving you feedback, but even then, some of the judges, again, they're questionable. I don't really believe that they know what they're talking about half the time. So yeah, it's more a case of just looking back at your shots, looking back at previous shots, and then adjusting from there. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go through these pictures. I'm gonna potentially edit and upload the show day video, maybe today or tomorrow. Gives me something to do, takes my mind off things, off the food or whatever. And yeah, I'll obviously show you the weigh-in. This has been a long video. Probably not going to be too much in terms of physique updates or food even. I don't really want to show you any of that. I just kind of want to focus a bit more for this next show. But I'm excited, guys. I'm looking forward to it. I really like, it just made sense to do this show, right? It's where I won my pro card. It's where I'm living. I don't need to travel to it. Potentially there's going to be 3 to 4 week gap between this show and then the next one, so it gives me a chance to kind of just refocus, go back into a fat loss phase. Yeah, but this made sense. I was like, yeah, I can take some data, valuable data from this show, and I'm quietly confident, guys. Like, the good thing about this show, I already paid my lie detector test. I passed that, so I don't need to resit that. As I mentioned, I don't need to travel. I'm in my home environment. Things have definitely been way more stable. I wasn't stressing over in the UK, but just a few variables were changing without outside of my control. I'm obviously training at the same gym every day. I know the machines. Yeah, I mean, I'm even working today, right? I'm going to be working tomorrow as well. I got some online check-ins to do tomorrow, which I intend on doing. I've got classic bodybuilding in the morning, and then I'm going to be doing the pro show in the evening. So a similar rundown to my last week's kind of show day. So again, I'm more experienced of knowing what to do now. But like I mentioned, I'm intending on trying to keep my meals somewhat the same. Obviously lowering protein, increasing carbohydrates, but it's not going to be any super drastic changes, guys. So looking forward to this one anyway. I've rambled on for how long? Let me check. 16 minutes to be exact. So yeah, maybe that's a record for this one. Okay, guys, the first shot was relatively bad. This is looking actually pretty decent. Let me just give you a quick preview anyway. So this is what we're looking. This is the routine, this one. I like that pose in that position. Glutes looking not bad there, actually. Zoom in on the glutes. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at this now. Back is looking pretty sick as well. Obviously I was posing with glutes out, not glutes in, but I was told by my family actually that my back was looking pretty good, and I have to agree. But see this area, lower back, right? We can get this tighter, which it is tighter for this show at the moment. So that's good. What's the classic shot looking like? Not the best. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a look at all these pictures now. That's a sick shot, that one though. I'm probably gonna be posting that on my story. And check out the hair, guys. I know I've been banging on about how I don't like this hair, but it looks pretty nice there, to be fair. Yeah, that's the shot, guys. That is going on the Instagram. That is going straight on the gram. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at some of these shots anyway. And yeah, I'll see you at weigh-ins, guys. Guys, check out this shot as well. pretty sick. Crazy. I gotta give a shout out here, guys, as well, before this video goes any longer, to WNBF UK. This was hands down, like, I'm not just saying this, I know everyone likes to talk good about shows and whatnot. This was the best show that I've ever been to, both in terms of a competitor and a coach and a spectator. This show was unbelievable. Like, not only the standard was high, I'm not talking about the standard of the competitors now. What I mean is like the whole show itself, how it was organized, how it run, just everything, guys. From the staff, like all the people that were there were so friendly. They were on it. Like they had one guy that, like, they had before you go down to backstage, they had a pre-backstage area, let's say, right? And that was in a totally different location. And like, there was a guy that was constantly running around the pre-backstage, like asking questions. He was chasing after you guys. Like, if he was shouting out and he was looking, he knew whose numbers, who was in pro bodybuilding, and he was literally chasing after you. He was downstairs, he was looking at you, he was telling you, he was pulling you away. Okay, we're going back down. Then they put us into like the backstage area. It was not like crazy backstage like normal. No, this was the pre-backstage area actually. So you went into like a room and they had everyone who was in that class in one room. I've been to something similar like at Worlds and stuff like this, but for example, like this Dubai show, I don't want to hate on the Dubai show because I know obviously the organizers, and I would say the Dubai show is a great show as well. I've been to a lot worse run shows than the Dubai show, but I've always said like the Dubai show was the best ever and all the rest of it. This UK show was even way better than the Dubai show, guys. I gotta be honest, like this show was unbelievably run, like I mentioned, and you were in that backstage, pre-backstage area. Then they would literally say, right, I'm taking you. They would give you warning. So we're going out in 45 minutes. We're gonna take you to the backstage. It's gonna be around 10 minutes backstage, and then we're going on. And literally, it would run like that, guys. Then they would come in. They would say, 15 minutes, lads. I'm gonna take you to the backstage area. Then they even lined us up. So when we got to backstage area, I wanted to just put my stuff down, and the guy was like, no, you're in sections, stay in line. So we stayed in line, and then it was like you went into the glaze area, so you got glazed up. Then you started into your pump up area. Then you went out on stage. Like the music was picked like straight away, you know. They would make sure that the guy that was going out to do his routine, the next guy was like waiting, but just on the side of the backstage, and then the other guys were in line. You know, everything was just run perfectly. The timings of the show was on point as well, like how everything was pretty close to where it was meant to be in terms of timings. The venue itself was really good, like one of the best venues I've ever been to. So I can't speak highly enough of the show, of the UK, of the crowd. The crowd was pretty good as well. The atmosphere. I know the Dubai atmosphere is obviously also very good. So I'm expecting that to be good. But yeah, just amazing. And even the pictures, guys, like first look at these pictures, the best photography pictures I've had. Like the biggest problem with doing these shows is like even at Worlds, the photography pictures are always terrible, guys. Like, I don't know how they get it wrong. But like, even the Dubai show, like, I hope the guy who's doing the photography of the Dubai show is not watching this. Maybe he is. But mate, like, I don't like the pictures at the Dubai show. You'll get like about 500 pictures back off them, and I could maybe choose one or two. And it's like, I know I know what you're probably thinking. Oh yeah, but you just didn't look good enough, right? You didn't look good. It's like, I know my conditioning for this show wasn't that great, right? But like, because of the quality of the shots, it makes my conditioning look better. Like, so the shots, the quality of the photography is important, guys. You think like, yeah, we don't do this just for the pictures, but like, it's all part of it, right? Like the whole package all together. And like, we're spending a lot of money coming to these shows, and obviously a lot of time and effort, and you want to be treated highly enough to respect that. Like, and this WNBF UK show was the best I've ever been to. Not only because I enjoyed it because of my family and stuff, but like, yeah, the experience as itself, like in reflection, it was amazing, guys. So, but I know the UAE, the WNBF Dubai show is also very good. It's the second best show I've ever been to, let's say, right? So, so yeah, I'm looking forward to how this one's run, and I'm sure Kyle and Charles, who are the organisers, they've probably got something up their sleeves. Because I've seen Charles talking on his Instagram, I think yesterday or the day before, saying he's got something special lined up for the pros. So I'm interested to hear or see what that is. But I'm guessing, guys, that, you know, Taiwan show where they have like the backdrop and you have your picture coming out. I'm guessing that it's going to be something similar to that. Like your picture as the pro will be on the like big back screen. So I'm just going to say it here before the show starts, because then if it is that, obviously I'll be proved right. But yeah, we'll soon find out anyway tomorrow, guys. Oh, flat floor, yeah. Weighed in, guys, exactly 160 pounds. So I woke up this morning 159.5. Obviously had one meal and coffee, so a little bit of water, but I don't think being 0.5 pounds up is going to change things in terms of whether I'm in lightweight or middleweight class, guys. And then obviously classic is based on just height alone. So yeah, should be interesting. I'm just gonna have my next meal of the day now. I'm gonna start drinking a ton of water as well. So I need to play, like, almost catch up with that. And then we're gonna head to work. Like, I've got 3 clients, like I mentioned, so straight to work, guys, and yeah, do a work block, and then we'll get back home later and eat some more food. Goal today as well is to do as little steps as possible, stay off my feet. Obviously I gotta work, so far already, just from walking around here, I've done like 1,500 steps. So as you can see, they quite quickly rack up, so I don't want to be going above like 7k if I can help it by the end of the day. So yeah, let's see how we go. Yeah, I need to eat my next meal now as quick as possible, really, because like I said, it's been delayed, and I will be grabbing a coffee as well before my next client, just to give me energy for the work block. Guys, we're on the hunt again for microwave. I feel like this channel is just becoming a microwave channel, just constantly looking. So funny enough, where this hotel is, my barber shop is literally I don't know, 500 meters down that direction. So perfect, because I know my barber's got microwave in his shop. So yeah, just gonna head to my barber's now. It's on the way to my client as well. There's my scooter parked up there. Balling, guys, in Dubai. Yeah, chill in my barber shop, have the next meal, and there's free coffee in there as well, so perfect. Then we'll head to my first client of the day, guys, and I'll catch up with you later. Meal 2 of the day was 250 grams chicken, 50 grams of rice, and 500 gram watermelon. Found another microwave, guys. I'm just at my second client's gym. And I was literally thinking, where am I gonna heat my next meal up? And I found one in here. So actually a nice little sitting area in my client's building gym. So yeah, I'm just gonna have my next meal, which I'll show you now. Gonna do my last client, which is in 10 minutes, which is just over the road in a different gym. Then we're gonna head back home. I gotta probably prepare and make some meals just to take with me tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to cook up some more chicken and maybe some beef. Might have to go to the shop, buy some stuff as well, and that's pretty much gonna be it for the day, guys. So I'm probably not gonna film anything else really today. The next clip you're going to see is probably going to be show day morning. Peace out.